a certificate of fixed deposit issued to me. 250 million and 300 million respectively. For over 10 years. From 2014, I left that because I did not want First Bank to be removed from my hometown. Then over time, as the Lord will have it, upon arrival into Nigeria, from the airport I went straight to Abuja to pick some funds. 55 million in a savings account had disappeared. And that was what triggered this. They said I had just made a withdrawal at Umar Haba. I said it couldn't have been possible. They triggered an investigation, and it happened that indeed bank officials had withdrawn 55 million in 6 installments of 10 million and 5 million respectively, of which they accepted. They accepted responsibility, and it took about 1 week for the funds to be returned to me. It was then I became very afraid, as anybody would. Then I wrote to say I wanted to terminate my fixed deposit, only to tell me that my money was nowhere to be found. Stories. I mean, can you imagine that? And in the course of that, I've found out that First Bank has involved themselves in a lot of criminal activities of their staff. And they want to shy away responsibility, as if their staff was different from them as an institution. Fixed means that the money is locked. Nobody should have access to it. And to the extent that the bank was unaware of their staff removing funds of individuals and using them for whatever purpose, that shows that there is a problem with supervision of the bank. And then to find out that it even happened at the highest level shows that something is fundamentally wrong with this bank. The bank has become a crime scene.
This is an extremely sad and a very terrible situation. This is a call for all Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians anywhere you are, even in this country, you have an account in a bank and you've not used that account for a long time. Better go and use the account. Better go and indicate that you are alive. Better go and check what is happening there, because we are no longer sure, we are no longer certain of our things that we keep in this country for safekeeping. This is a story of a very patriotic Nigerian who left money in a certain bank and traveled, and he was hoping that that money would keep that bank in his hometown so that the branch of the bank doesn't have to be moved from his hometown. But to his greatest surprise, 10 years later, the huge amount of money that he kept in that bank is nowhere to be found. If you are a Nigerian in Nigeria, in diaspora, and you have an account you have not used in years, you have an account that they are saying, okay, fill a form, do this one before you can get access to it, please go and fulfill your requirements, go and check your accounts, go and indicate that you are alive. Do what you have to do to avoid stories that touch you, because the Nigerian banking system seems to be decaying very fast. In this man's case, it was 250 million and 300 million. That's about 550 million. That was before they now withdrew another 55 million naira from a savings account, another savings account entirely. They must have thought that this man was dead. Honestly speaking, because how else do you explain this kind of theft? Not be theft, but this is a robbery. How else do you explain this kind of robbery? And even if the man was dead, does he not have next of kin? And even if he doesn't have next of kin, are they really supposed to just chop his money like that? Hey, come, things are happening. No, if you have a family member somewhere that you know the person has an account for years that has not been in use, or you are the one that has an account that has not been in use, go and indicate that you are alive before they will assume that you are dead. In fact, they don't even need to know. They don't even need your death certificate anymore. The level of desperation in the heart of men, especially in the corporate sector these days, has become something else. Imagine not even having a death certificate in their hands to prove that this man had died before they started spending his money, before they started sharing the money, before whoever started withdrawing it started taking it. Kindly send this message to your family members and friends, so things are happening.